Namaste and welcome to Baat Career with my mentor, a platform where we talk honestly about career choices and journeys that shape them. Today, we have one honorable guest with us, Sir Parush Arora, Sir, Chairman of Padmavati Academy. Sir, can you please share some glimpse of your journey with us today?
Hello, my name is Parush and I am the chairman of Padmavati Senior Secondary School. I'm taking care of the school since 2007
Mhm.
और 2007 से मैं स्कूल देख रहा हूँ and I started my journey as a career counselor in 2014. So talking about career, it's a very interesting field and from last 12 odd years, I am into this profession with respect to career counseling and I'm very happy with that.
Okay. All right. So, apart from that, can you please tell us something about the school's curriculum as well?
Yeah, so my school is a CBSE affiliated school and we are a CBSE affiliated senior secondary school. We got affiliation in 2007 when I joined, and till date, we've got approximately more than 4,000 plus alumni who have passed out from our school and who are doing wonderfully well across India and all over the globe.
Okay. And apart from that, can you please tell us something about your student journey?
So I did my basic schooling from Bareilly, and post that, from class 11th onwards, I went to Delhi. I did my class 11th and 12th from DPS Hasankunj, and then my graduation and post graduation from Ramjas College, Delhi University, and did a little bit of formal training with respect to running the school from Delhi only. And since 2007, I'm taking care of the school.
Okay. And one more question, how come you started, what motivated you to join be an education?
So my father started this school and he tried to help the community by giving quality education to the students who were not able to get it at a reasonable price. So in 2007, when I got the opportunity, I decided to came over here, and this school is being established by my father. And today we have got two branches. One is Padmavati, and the other is Happy Trails. That's also to be affiliated to CBSE in near future. That is up to class 8 right now.
Okay. So, sir, this show here is for the students. So, can you please tell us something about what qualities should a good student have?
So when I talk to a decent number of students every year, more than 1,000 students I speak to every year, चाहे वो मेरे स्कूल के हों या बाहर के schools के हों. So there are three things which I always tell that a student or any human being for that matter, to be successful, they should have. One is normal IQ. If you really want to be successful, you should always work on developing your IQ. Second is mental ability. You should always be aware about what is happening around and what are the basic things which you need to improve in life. And third is command over language. And that command can be either English or Hindi. That doesn't matter. These three things I feel are one of the most important keys to be there in the student to make them successful in life.
Okay, all right. So, sir, can you please tell us something more about the ideal IQ that you're talking about?
Ideal IQ. Okay, so I've seen a lot of students who start their journey nicely. They score good marks, but when you talk about facing difficulties in life, when you talk about reaching to that level, so marks is something which they get inspired from. But I believe marks, along with general smartness, can actually turn around the things in a child's career. Talking about my career, I was not at all a brilliant child. I used to score approximately 80-85 percentage mark, but I used to behave in a smart manner. I got this thing from my teachers by way of different experiences which I got in life, and that is what I talk about general IQ. That marks is not the only thing which can actually make you successful. It is the basic smartness which can actually turn around things in life.
And talking about marks, there is another thing that matters for the students, like which degree they should go for after graduating from school. So, can you please enlighten us on that as well?
So, whenever you talk about degree, it's a very vast subject. Without knowing the ability of a child, without knowing the interest of the child, without knowing the fact that what their parents can actually spend, how much money they can spend on the child education, then only you can actually decide what career they want to opt for. If you talk about a normal, decent child who scores around 70-75%, and the parents can afford in a decent way, and there are n number of opportunities which are there in today's in 2026. We can see there are a lot of things happening around the world. It is not only the medical or engineering or CA profession which they aspire for. There are a lot more things. Podcasting is one. Things in artificial intelligence is coming up these days. talking about apart from CACS, there are a lot other fields which a student can aspire for. But in general, if I'll say, then it will not be justified. But I feel it will be depending upon a lot of other factors, which I just mentioned.
So can you please tell us something about one career myth that you would want to break?
I want to
Break it.
One career myth is that with marks, you can actually, with good marks, you can be a doctor. With good marks, you can be an engineer. That's a myth. I believe that if you start working hard in a decent way, and you can start working from an early age. I've seen many students making a mistake in their life. Many students do that they don't think about their career at an early stage. And that is a myth by the parent that the right time will come, they will definitely be able to think about a career. But I feel, as a parent, as an educator, I believe the right age to start about thinking a career is class 5th 6th. And that is a myth that people don't start thinking about the career in that age. उनको लगता है कि बच्चे बहुत छोटे हैं. But I feel that that is a perfect age to actually start developing the interest on that particular field, which I really feel that if I can break and I can tell the parents to start believing that same, then there'll not be any problem in choosing the right career.
Okay. And sometimes I can see that the parents have this issue that they want sometimes impose their own choices to on their own kids. So is that the right thing to do?
This is something which is happening since ages. And I will not say that it is not right to impose the career on a child. But yes, in many times, parents don't think reasonably with respect to what their child's talent, aptitude, quality, and what they can actually think of their child. They normally, parents have seen, they decide as to what their neighbors, what their other relatives are doing. They suggest that particular career to their own child, which sometimes it doesn't work in all the cases. But yes, if parents' guidance is given in a nice way, if parents research career in a nice way, and then they educate their child, then definitely it works very well. But if the parents don't do a reasonable homework, if they impose something which their neighbors or their relatives or somebody they see as an inspiration, and they impose that thing on their child, that is suicidal. That I feel should not happen.
Yes, that's true, sir. And apart from that, one message that you would like to give the students who are watching this?
There's one message which I want to give it to every student is that think reasonably, look into the mirror, pick out points related to your personality, give marks to your personality as to what type of person you are, what things as actually you want to do in life, and anything which excites you, choose that career. Don't go for that career which your friend or your relative is actually making you feel that you should do. Go for that. Always make a checklist as to what in whatever marks maximum marks you score in that particular checklist, and go for that. Don't go with what your peer pressure actually tells you.
Okay. Yes, sir. And apart from that, today's students are involved in this social media thing. So, what are your thoughts about that?
There is no problem in following something on the social media or scrolling something on the social media. There are few things which every student, or forget about every student, you and me also have to take care of that. One is what type of content we really want to watch. Is it something which actually relaxes our mind? Is it something which actually inspires us? That is one. Second is, do we really need to spend that much amount of time on social media, which actually doesn't require that much of time? So you should quantify your time on the social media. If it is troubling your routine, if it is actually distracting you from your normal routine, then that means there's something wrong in that. So looking for something on social media which doesn't always value in your life, you should actually start thinking of removing that content. And social media, there's no problem in that, but right age, right content, and right time can actually make good things.
And also, kids being involved in AI, you for your homeworks and assignments. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
See, one thing I always tell post the Chat GPT era, I feel that watching something on Chat GPT or solving something from Chat GPT can sometimes reduce the time which they can actually solve that particular problem if they really want to. But yes, overuse of anything can actually harm your creativity. So right now, these days, I normally see that students, even if they have to write an application, they go for Chat GPT. They tell the Chat GPT the content, and Chat GPT gives them the leave application format, which is not right. So if you are really stuck somewhere, use AI. If you're not stuck somewhere, use your own brain, search for more content in the books, and that's absolutely okay.
Yeah, that's true, sir. And apart from that one, I have one situation question. Suppose a student comes to you and asks that, sir, I don't know what to do in my life. Currently, I'm stuck. So, what would be your response?
So it depends upon the child or in which class the child is.
We imagine the class student in class 11.
Class 11. So first I would like to see the mark sheet of that child from class 8 onwards. In the last 3-4 years, what the child has performed so far in the school. So academic background is very, very important for any child. Yeah, if the child is performing well in English, I will tell the child career related to English. If the child is good in Hindi, there are a lot of career options which are related to Hindi as a subject. If a child is good in mathematics, so I might tell the child to choose actuarial science as a career option. If the child is good in science, then I might figure it out if the child is good in math, physics, chemistry, or biology for that matter. And it depends upon the attitude of the child and what the child really want to do in life. If the child is confused as to what to do, so one is the marks which they've scored in last 3-4 years. Second is a detailed discussion with respect to what interest the child has got on. And third is I will prefer talking to the parent also as to how much the money they want to spend on the child's education. Then only it will be justified to suggest someone as to what they can do in life. All right. And suppose if we are talking about a student in class 10 who is good in all of these subjects, then and still he's like stuck, like which stream he should go for, she should go for. What would you answer? Again, if the child is good in almost all the subjects, like we have seen toppers, they score normally above 95, 90, 90 plus marks in all the subjects. Then the question of what expenditure and what excites the child. So scoring good marks in all the subjects is very good, but there will be some subjects in which the child really wants to actually study more. I have never heard a child studying all the subjects throughout the day. There are some subjects which excites the child. Like for example, I was always good in mathematics. I loved doing mathematics. और जो मैं टाइम लेता था मैथमेटिक्स पढ़ने में वो टाइम बहुत as compared to other subjects. So if I get somebody like me who is good in mathematics and that subject really excites them और उसको समझ भी जल्दी आता है, so I will suggest the child career options related to that. So it depends upon what excites them, in what subjects they really understand things in a better way. And one more thing, sometimes these students who are toppers, they would like to go for creative fields instead of going for the academic one. And this clashes with their parents' expectations as well. So what would be your suggestion or advice to the parents? See, I already mentioned in the last questions that it is very important to talk to parents. Now in 2026, these days IPL is going on, and IPL has got a lot of creative jobs. It is not only cricketing. There are other jobs which are related to the management of the whole event, which we can see in IPL. There are a lot of other fields these days which are creative, as in which are very good, and which actually gives good rewards also. Talking about photography, talking about wildlife, talking about physiology as a subject. There are a lot of other things. So we need to educate the parent as to what are the career opportunities, how much can their child can actually earn, and how they can opt for that course in the future. So if we can justify with our examples, with the examples which is happening around, and also we can show them, then I'm sure it will be easy for parents to understand. One advice that you would like to give to the parents who are watching us? For parents, make your child free. Understand your child in a reasonable way, and also understand as to what they want to do. Be it engineer, be it a photographer, be it a wildlife photographer, be it actuarial scientist, anything. Please understand your child's capabilities, how much money do you really want to spend, and what excites your child throughout the day. Then only choose a career. Don't go what your neighbors are telling you to do. Okay. One more thing, sir. One fun question. I'll take an example from the movie, which is Three Idiots. We have three different kind of students, like Farhan, Rastogi, Raju, and then one is Ranchoda Chandrad. So, what would you like? What are your views upon that? See, it's an interesting movie, and my take from that movie is that Amir Khan always used to tell his friends that follow your passion. This is something which is really a good takeaway from that movie. And the other two people, his friends, They initially they were only following what the engineering what they want to learn from that particular college because they got admission in a good college. So there are different types of children in a school. My only suggestion is follow your passion, what Amir Khan has just mentioned in the movie. And it's a beautiful movie. You just need to understand what is the basic content. Follow your passion. Don't start doing things which your parents or your other friends are telling you to do. And if you follow your passion, money will definitely will come. That's a byproduct of your passion. So that is what he is also trying to tell in the movie.
Okay, that's true. One last question, sir. What is your definition of success?
My definition of success is when you get up in the morning and you sleep at night. Between that particular hours, if you're happy doing whatever you want to, be it anything, be it engineering, be it accountancy, be it a normal regular job, be it business, be it whatever. If you are happy throughout the day and you are contented with what you are earning, that is success. It doesn't matter whether you own a Mercedes or you own a normal car. The only thing is if you are happy and contented, and if you don't curse your job, be it your business or your job, if you don't curse that, that means you are successful. That is what success is.
Yes, that's true. Okay, thank you so much for your responses and your opinions, sharing your opinions with us. Now we'll come to the end of the interview questions, and we'll continue with the interesting part of the show, which is rapid fire round. Hope you'll enjoy it.
Let's hope so.
So here we are now with our rapid fire round. So chalk or smartboard?
Chalk.
Okay. Discipline or creativity? What matters more?
Discipline.
Okay. Early morning assembly or classroom interaction?
Early morning assembly.
One habit every student must have done.
Be disciplined.
And books or digital learning?
Books.
Strict or friendly? How do students feel?
Friendly.
And one quality that defines a good teacher?
That is making sure that every child wants to be a person like you.
Okay. Exams or practical learning?
Exams.
One piece of advice for today's students?
Follow your passion and be disciplined in life.
And tea or coffee during school hours for you?
For me, coffee.
Okay. One biggest challenge students face today?
They follow their friends.
And marks or knowledge, what truly matters?
Knowledge.
And one skill school should more focus on?
That's more of mental ability classes.
And one change you would like to see in the education system?
That should be focused more on the life skill career options, more focus on the life skill career subjects.
All right. So that was all for the rapid fire round, sir. Now, as we are closing this episode today, I would like you to conclude a few words to the students and parents or other viewers.
So whoever is watching, I am 42 years old, and since 2007 I am into education field, and I've seen a lot of students getting success and failure every year. Those who fail, they never stop, but they try and achieve whatever they want to. And those who fail, if they follow their passion, then definitely they get success. And for all the students, for all the parents who are watching me, it's a small request. Always try and motivate your child to be disciplined in life and follow their passion. And it doesn't matter even if that particular field or that career option is not a regular one. If they are following something which is unique and different, let them follow that. There are lots and lots of career opportunities now in 2026 and in years to come. So let your child grow and follow their own passion.
Thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank
words.
you.
So now, as we close this episode today here, I would like to thank Sir Parush Arora for being here with us and sharing his thoughts with us. And to all our viewers, remember, career decisions are not about following the crowd, but about understanding yourself. Take your time, seek the right guidance, and trust your journey. And if you ever feel confused, my mentor is always here to guide you because the right direction can change your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.